Did Travis Kelce just give up?
Hello.
Hey Dan, how's it going, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Awesome.
All right. Now a good time?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, good. Well, it worked out then since you had people and I had to drop off my kids. So
Yeah. Bunch of people in here today, so
yeah.
everybody's gone except one guy, and he's pretty quiet. So.
Okay. Are you at work right now?
Okay. So I work at home. The company I work for is actually in Denver, Colorado. Um,
Okay.
and I was working from home. A friend of mine opened a campground and needed somebody out here to, keep an eye on it and run things while he's working his other job. And he knew that I could work from anywhere pretty much, and he knew that he could get me to come out here and work for cheap. And
That's awesome.
yeah, so I just hang out here while I'm working.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I've
it's
always
nice.
thought
Nice.
about I live in Florida and there's some like cheap property like throughout Florida. And I thought it'd be so cool to like buy a piece of property and just like create a campground.
Yeah, it's a nice environment. The camp you almost never see an unhappy camper. Like everybody's in a good mood, and
Yeah,
good place to be.
I love it. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, awesome. Well, yeah, I was just going through your profile a little bit ago. You kind of worked in the e-commerce space for a little bit, and I guess what brings you here?
Yeah, I've been doing it. I think my first e-commerce job was 2001. I started, and I've been employed by e-commerce retailers ever since then. Um, but I never really started my own thing. I always had decent jobs that paid well, and honestly, that when I got home from work, the last thing I wanted to do was sit down in front of the computer again. So I've never really liked to build. Like I've been doing this for almost 25 years. I don't have my own website because, like I said, that's not what I want to do when I get home at night. But I'm also at the point now where I don't want to do this forever. Uh,
Right.
and I know there's a lot of people out there that work a lot less hours than me and make a lot more money than me. And so this is, I've looked at a handful of online things. Most of them, I think I got a pretty good eye for the ones that are just, repackaged where the
Right.
business is basically just selling the business model. There's not a lot of meat behind it. And this one looks different to me. So I thought I'd check it out.
Love it. Well, yeah. So I guess starting out, like, what kind of questions do you have for me that's going to allow you to want to be like, yeah, this is something I really can see myself doing and I want to get into?
Well, I guess they're mostly around the strategy of um, how to get the traffic to the websites. I'm very familiar with SEO.
Mhm.
Done that for the e-commerce businesses that I've worked for, And I do have some experience. One of the retailers I worked for has at the time had about 150 stores, so I'm familiar with what at the time was called Google My Business. I think it's now just called Google Business Profile, I guess.
Yep.
Um, so I do have some experience with that, and I guess my questions, I did have some questions around that. Like, does your system, is your system, does it just deal with trying to get the website to rank in the top organic systems, or do you recommend trying to take advantage of those business listings? And if so,
We do both.
okay.
Yeah. So we do, it's very heavy on like the organic because that's what we can control the most. Where the Google Business Profile, like I was working with a chiropractor last year, physical location and everything, because he edited his phone number because he wanted a different phone number for some reason. They suspended his business profile. So the map listings are super finicky. So we really focus heavy on the SEO organic first, ranking as many pages as possible, and then the Google Business Profiles.
So would it be fair to say that like after you build a property, you just do it without the Google business listing, build the property, get it to rank, and then if you have a paying customer, or if you have a client that's willing to pay for that traffic, then you go after the business listing, or
No, I would go after the business listing as soon as I'm done doing, like, not done doing the SEO. So kind of like the process. Let me show you here. Excuse me. These first few sections are more like just welcome you to the course.
okay.
So the first thing we're going to do, because we want to be able to go to a business owner. Let's say, Dan, you own a carpet cleaning company. I want to be able to go to you with leads in hand, with value, right? I think we had a video on that. Maybe Dan talked about it. Being able to give a free trial or whatever. So the first thing we're going to do is, surveying the land, what niche to go into, what to stay away from. Then we're going to walk you through building out the website. Then we're going to do the SEO. Okay. So we're going to walk, backlinks, citations, golden ratio, right? Influence, link circles. Then once you go through the SEO and your website starts ranking, you could start getting a client at that point once calls start coming in. But don't be afraid to get your map listing yet, at all. So you could definitely go right into that.
Okay. Got it.
Like for example, like I do have, like this is a new one of mine. I'll just show you. I don't even have a client. It's 12 days published. Happy Pain window cleaning. But I have a map listing for it already. It's verified and everything. I've got some Google reviews. So, don't be, it's already indexed. Again, it's only 12 days, 12 days. So, 12 days live. But so what I'm showing you is like, I don't have a client yet and it's not ranking yet, but I do have the map listing. So kind of go to show you like it does work still,
Okay. And I remember when I first did it for the company that I worked for, they had about 150 stores. Part of their verification progress or verification process was actually sending a postcard to the business.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Okay,
it's
good.
Actually really easy. Like that one they literally sent me a text to we use a call tracking system called CallSlane. Let me I'll show you here real quick. Happy Pain. Let me go to the very beginning. It literally says at the beginning, so this is my call tracking number. It says your Google Business Profile verification code, right? So literally sent me a text in my call tracker. So in a lot of ways, it's a lot easier than it used to be.
Okay, yeah, that was a nightmare trying to get, because I worked at the corporate office and trying to get a little postcard from, the reception, like trying to explain to people, hey, there's a little postcard coming and I need it at my desk. And like, that was horrible.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, sorry. Let me just share my screen with you. And that's kind of like the biggest thing. Like, we are going to show you, this is the back end of my website, but we are going to show you literally step by step on how you know, you've built websites, right? I mean, I'm not speaking to no newbie or anything, but
Right.
like, what, you know, I think one of your questions at the beginning was like, how do you get these things ranked? And it's really like backlinks and citations, understanding what needs to be on your website, where the keywords need to be, how many keywords you should have on the website or on the homepage compared to your service pages and stuff like that. For example, like I have a whole list of like window cleaning keywords, and it's like, where can I put this, you know, keyword, right? Um, and make sure that Google, because it's indexed, right? If I cite, so I can go see how many pages are indexed already, and it's 10. So I have all my different my header tags on my website, and it's reading what that website, you know, name is, exactly how I want it to be, you know, with the keywords, right? So we're going to walk you through all that and how to build those out correctly. Again, to the optimization, map listing, and then once everything's ranking and I have calls coming in, now I can go to Dan that owns a carpet cleaning company, or even like, here's a good one. It could be like mobile RV repair, right? You know, so there's all these, like maybe your buddy knows a RV guy that does mobile repairs, or maybe he does it, right? You could really start ranking for that. I actually know someone that did that out in Portland, Oregon. And so ultimately, now I can go to Dan that owns a mobile RV repair company and say, hey, Dan, I see you own a mobile RV company. Or repair company? Are you looking to grow your business? Well, yeah, I'm looking to grow my business. Awesome. Well, hey, I actually have calls coming in right now. How about you just try this out for a few days and let me know what you think? And so it's all about building that relationship, right? Rather than going to someone and saying, oh, I could build you a new website, or I could do your SEO. And I think the biggest thing, honestly, to me, is the support. So every Tuesday and Thursday, we do go live in our Facebook group where you can jump in and ask questions and get help. ePay, I have to give it to him. This guy is super smart. And he is a master when it comes to SEO. Like there's a reason why his blog ranks worldwide, and we have students all over the world. I think he actually owned his name for his epay.com. He owned that before even joining the program. And then once he joined the program and started doing it, 2017 or 2018, he's like, well, why don't I create my own blog and with my name and rank it for everyone's courses out there for you know, do reviews and stuff like that and sell leads to Dan. And so that's exactly what he does. And he teaches people SEO. He goes through people's live audits of their websites to help them with their websites too, to make sure that they're ranking. We do things like link circles to help each other rank our websites. But I've been using Dan's tactic post in Facebook groups, and I can confidently say it works 100%. So this is like a really good example of someone 2 days ago that's like, they're posting in Facebook groups to get a client. Like we're all here to help each other. And I think that's the biggest thing in any program is really the support that we bring one another as well.
Okay.
That's actually really cool. I want to read that. But I guess any questions in regards to I guess the program or, you know, the community or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, the last comment you made kind of helps a little bit because where I'm at, and I guess we maybe talk about pricing at some point because I'm not sure what the course costs, but like I'm at the point, and you could probably guess, I'm at the point where I'm like, do I need this course? Like I know how to build websites, I know SEO, I've dealt with Google business listings. Like, do I need to pay thousands of dollars for, you know, what am I getting for these thousands of dollars that I assume it costs? That justify spending that money when it feels to me like at this point, like I pretty much get it and I could probably execute it on it. And I don't want you to think that I'm like somebody who believes that they know everything that there is to know about SEO or Google business listings, but I've got to justify these thousands of dollars somehow, and it can't just be, you know, little things, you know.
Well, the thing you gotta think about is it's forever changing, right? And you have people that are focused on that 100%. Just like with the postcard thing, that postcard comment, I mean, you didn't know that there's text messaging, and you didn't know that there's email verification. Like that's always changing, right?
Right.
Kind of been out of the game. I actually signed this guy up a couple years ago. His name is Brian. He's been doing SEO for 20 years, but he was also in the military. He had his own e-commerce store. Like he's done that. But what really helped him, it was the community in here. Always like, because you have ePay that is always focusing on SEO. You have Greg that he literally is a master when it comes to map listings. You have Jarrett that's really, really good at arbitrage business models, right? If you want to do like an arbitrage business model. So we have all these experts in their areas and we're all helping each other out. I'm really good at sales. I hate building websites, right? So at the end of the day, it's like we can all help each other. And I still need support. Like I still need coaches sometimes. I literally reached out to Jarrett 4 days ago and asked him like, hey, why is my business profile doing this? Why isn't it showing here for like certain things? And he just walked me through some things. And I couldn't get a picture to save in the Google business profile. Like it was literally a real picture from my phone and it's like kept on being rejected. He's like, just resize it, do this. And now I have one picture on it. I was like, okay, it worked. So it worked out good, right? And so, and you got to think about this too, is like, there's a reason why LeBron James and Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods and all these people, they have coaches still, right? You don't know what you don't know and everything's always changing.
Yeah, that's true.
So our, like, just to be straight with you, our course is $6,860, you know, no month or yearly fees or anything like that. What that's also going to get you is ePay's team, his web development team is going to build your first 7 lead gen sites. So you could get a really good feel of what they should look like. All the on-site optimization is going to be done. The only thing you have to do is go through and do like the backlinks and citations and everything. Obviously get the phone number for it and then obviously publish the website. And then once it ranks, find a client for it, right? A couple other things too. We do have like done for you teams for SEO. We have done for you teams for building out websites. We also have a sales done for you team. And ePay actually created his sales team for that, for like selling your lead gens, for people that have 9 to 5s, for people that are too busy, or people that are scared to like give. I don't think you're scared at all to, you know, call a business owner, but maybe like there's certain days where you're too busy and you just want someone to go sell for you. Now the pro is someone's doing all the sales for you and that team is 100% trained. The con is it's a 50-50 cut, right? So you get 50%, the team gets 50%, right? So if they sell it for $1,000, you get 500, they get. So I mean, there is a reason why people join that are experienced and obviously not experienced. We have 7,500 members worldwide. Like we are here to support each other and help each other.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely see the value in that, in the community and those other resources.
Yeah.
So is it just 6,800 up front? Is it
Yeah, so the way we do it, so those done for you, you get 7 done for you lead gen sites. If you decide to do a payment plan, we can definitely do a payment plan and I can customize it. Every $1,000 that you put down gets you 1 done for you lead gen site. So if you're like, hey, I could do $3,000 down today and then break it over 6 months, I could customize any payment plan and then you would get 3 done for you lead gen sites. I guess, Dan, for you, what would work best for you to get going?
Well, I've always been someone who kind of takes more like of a measured approach to things. Like I'm not the kind of guy that's just going to write a check for $6,800 and hope for the best. I would want to like do one site, see how it goes. Write another second check for $1,000, see how that goes, and just do them like $1,000 at a time.
The payments would be paid monthly. So if you're like, hey, I can do $1,000 down, and then we figure out a payment plan. So if you're like, hey, I can do 10 months of 586, we can do that.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to do the $1,000 down, or do you want to do more? Or I guess what's going to work best for you?
So you said 10 down at 586. So I'm sorry, how much is
Maybe $1,000 down and then 586 a month for 10 months.
1,000 down, 586 per month. Okay.
Or you can do $1,000 a month and you get 1 done for you lead gen site every single month. I can work that out. We usually don't do it that way. So that's why we incentivize you for paying in full and getting 7. Usually if we do a payment plan, we don't do you only get the 1, right? If you're gonna do 1,000 and then that's it, even though you pay it off 10 months later or whatever. But if you're like, hey, I'll do $1,000 a month, we could do it, like I can work it out where every $1,000 you pay each month, that you would get it done for your lead gen site as well.
Okay. Okay. Do you have like a well, I guess that's easy enough to remember. So if I did $1,000 a month at 586 a month, that would just be one site, 586 a month, or just $1,000 a month for 10 months would be 10 sites. Okay.
No, you're not gonna pay 10 grand.
Or I'm sorry, for
So
6.
you're like, hey, I want to pay $1,000 down today, right? That means 5860 left over. So 5860 divided by 5, it'd be 1172 for the next 5 months, and then each month you get a new website.
Okay.
But if you just want the 1, we could go over 10 months, and then you just only get the 1 website.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, that seems pretty reasonable. I'm gonna take the weekend to think about it. Today's Valentine's Day, so I got stuff I gotta do if I want to stay out of trouble. But yeah, I appreciate it very much.
I guess so. So Monday then you're expecting to sign up, or kind of like what's your process?
I just want to think about it over the weekend. I mean, full disclosure, I also looked at oh, what's the other one? That's a very similar program to yours. They're a little more expensive. They're $8,000 a month.
Josh Osborne.
What's the name? I'm sorry.
Josh Osborne.
No.
CEOs.
Corey something.
Corey Long, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I did a little research online, and most of the people, when in the situations that I read where most people had familiarity with Corey's program and your guys' program, said that your guys, if you're going to do it with you guys, not Corey.
Well, Dan taught Corey, and I have my own experience with Corey. He was in the program. He helped me with some things. Just the way he did certain things is not very Christian-like in the way he sells it, and that's what really bothers me. There's one other course that is similar to Dan's. Again, there's someone else that came out of Dan's that I would say it's a good course. The other ones are just people that stiff Dan for thousands and thousands of dollars and did things wrong. So,
all right. Okay. All right, but yeah, I just want to take the.
I don't know Will about anyone though. But you're gonna make the decision based on what you want to do.
Yeah, and yeah, there were some other comments about Corey that were kind of in line with your not really acting like the Christian that he claims to be. I don't want to get into. I don't want to badmouth somebody.
Yeah,
but I saw some things that gave me pause.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But yeah, just let me know. I text you. That's actually my personal cell phone, so you can text me on that. Let me know. We'll go from there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, man. It was nice meeting you, brother.
Yep, you too. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.